brain just kept swelling. And the doctor had to come to the hospital at 5 a.m. and take him to surgery and told him we have to remove a part of his skull because his brain is gone. It's what in layman's language would go into a vegetable state, which is non-reversible. That's why people say brain dead. But we had a very good church where we used to go to, and the prayers, people prayed, and we thank God he's alive today, just because of God.
So when you see him every day,
Yeah.
what do you think of him, or what do you imagine, or what do you say?
You know, I'm a Christian, we are Christians, and one of the verses that the Lord gave us at that time was, this disease was not up to death, it was to glorify his name. And it's been a journey. It's one of the most, people ask me how I live the way I live, I look the way I look. I don't know myself, because I would have spiraled into depression, but it's been difficult. Seeing somebody getting from, he's a mostly dependent human being, you know, to totally being dependent on people. It's not easy on me, it's not easy on him, and then just living a life where you are the only person that can run everything, until to the extent that if I get a cold, I just freak out. And my prayer is for him to get back to his feet, to get as independent as he was, and it's being almost impossible at this time.
So, how's your day-to-day life?
I work night shift, I'm a nurse.
She works night shift.
And I have to come from work. I'm home around 7 o'clock in the morning, not 7 o'clock, around 7:30 after 12-hour shift. I normally have to employ somebody to watch the kids when I'm sleeping, but it's somebody who just watches the kids, somebody who not, like, I have to come from work, make breakfast, help him dress up in the morning, make sure the kids are okay, then prepare myself, go to bed around 9, 10 o'clock, sleep until 3, 4, wake up, cook dinner, make sure everybody is fed, give him his medication, make sure he's ready for the night, then go to work 12-hour shifts, and that's my cycle.
So what does he require as per now?
Right now, the emergency thing is for him to go back to therapy. We have insurance, but the insurance will only, most people understand the system, how the system works here. He's able to, the insurance will pay part, and I can afford to pay the deductible for the insurance. I push myself, but right now the biggest challenge is the hospital, the therapy was going for therapy, but they had to stop it because whoever was going through the therapy, they need continuation in the house, and that's something we are not able to do because I cannot be able to work. I work 4 or 5 days a week and manage to come home and do the home exercises that are needed. And he needs somebody to go with him to therapy so that they're taught the exercises and they can watch the therapist doing what they do, because as he said, his memory is not as it used to be. So he needs to go with somebody to therapy, and then the person he goes with is taught the exercises in the home, in the hospital, then comes and has to spend 1 hour at home doing the exercises. So they recommended we need a coach, somebody to take him to the therapy. So we need somebody who need to be with him. He does like 3, 4, 5 days a week of therapy. So, and every day it's like 1 hour of PT, OT, and let me just say in full, it's physical therapy, occupational therapy. Physical therapy is just to help him with the leg so that he can regain his mobility. The occupational therapy is to help with the hand, and the speech therapy, as you can hear him as he's speaking, he loses some words. It's just to help with cognition. He needs to help because he wants to go back to school, be able to remember have all those memories. So they do like 3 hours, and then the hospital he goes to, they have like a spiritual aspect of their therapy, so that sometimes they have those meetings with chaplains. So he's in the hospital like 4 hours, so we need somebody to go with him, like somebody to be here 5 hours with him, which I can't do it.
Now, this is important information. We have just given the numbers so that if you are there, Joy and I can see Purity Ateku, Warenga. Hi, Mami. Thank you very much for being here. And any other person who thinks there's a way that we can help Jeff and Margaret so that they can be able to continue with their life, Margaret has done, you know, such a commendable, such a nice job, and we need to support them in whatever way possible so that they can continue, and so that Jeff can proceed on with the therapy, and this will be important. They have 2 children in the house. They are young and they require support. So
as just to add, you know, sometimes you don't get these forums as often as you would like, so I just want to throw it out there. We moved, as he said, we moved from North Dakota to here, and just before he got the stroke, we just got our little girl who's just turned 3. That was in 2017. So I've just taken my maternity leave, and all the savings we had just used up all our savings. So we're just trying to recover from me being home. Just it was only one working. Then I just worked for 1 month in May, then he got a stroke in June, and I didn't work like for 5 months after that. And then after that, I had to look, because the hospital we were in, we live in a very small town. I mean, Bismarck was amazing, but he needed more therapy than they could offer that hospital. So I just applied to different hospitals. That I just looked at the hospital that offer good stroke care to patients, and by the grace of God, I was able to get a hospital here, and they employed me. But the moving, most people have moved from state moving. It's like moving from Kenya to Uganda, moving from a whole different country, and it exhausted. I had to borrow so much money. And then the challenge is, those who know how the system works in the US, when you, like I am a full-time employee, I'm working, they don't help. The government doesn't offer any help. We are permanent resident, not citizens yet, so we don't get any state assistance. We don't get disability. We don't get anything from the state. I have been to like 20 offices, applied, done everything, and always they tell you you are earning too much, because you earn whatever you earn. You have to earn like $1,500 and below to get any government assistance, and they tell you. And I am an African, as most of you are, and I mean, you cannot just stay in the house, work 1 day a week so that you can get that kind of help. So we are literally on the red, and we really need a lot of help. So whatever the Lord puts in your heart, we are willing to accept anything.
Thank you very much. So somebody would want maybe to have your contacts. I have given Jeff's number. And Margaret is here. She's actually, I tagged her on this whole thing, and it is important. You can be able to communicate with her. She's on Facebook, and he is also on Facebook. He's such a great man. So can you please give us your number? Maybe Joy or Purity, you know, whoever can be able to write that. I may not be able to get to the computer right now to write, but you can put that one right there. So maybe you can give us your number.
My number is 729 2672.
Please write that one for me again. 729 2672.
Yeah.
That's Margaret's number, and she's such a powerful lady. So, you know, what would you tell? There are people out there who are going through so much, and they think that they have reached the end. Let's make sure that it's right. 701-729-672.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Thank you, thank you, Monica. So there are people who have issues, and they are watching.
Let me just first give some insights about life. I am one of those people.
Come closer. I want you to come closer. Yeah.
I am talking like now as a Christian, a professional, and just a regular human being. I'm one of those people. We are taught the story of Judas, the way he committed suicide, and for me, I always associated suicide with sin. I mean, I will start from there. I want people to realize that depression is real. I never had a perfect life, but my life was on a tangent. I was going up. I was living a good American life, living a good Kenyan life. We were never wealthy in Kenya, but we had enough to go on until my life threw me a curveball, and life as I knew it was over. And that's when I realized depression is real. Wishing to end your life is real. What I encourage people, have a confidant, have somebody to talk to, pray, Don't keep things bottled up inside. And that is a challenge with most of us who are living in diaspora. You want to show people out there that you're living a perfect life, you're living in a perfect neighborhood, you have a big car, you have kids who are, they call them cute kids, you are living the American dream. All that you see on social media is, I was sharing with Captain before, it is fiction, it's not true. Do not be afraid to reach out. Like now, when Captain came, I reached out to a friend of ours, and that's how I was connected to Captain. And I asked for prayers, and they came and they prayed for us. And when I realized who he was, I had never met him. I told him our story, and they told me this is where we are. And I have learned to talk. Talk. Do not keep quiet. Don't have this mentality that what are people going to think about me? I do not care. At the end of the day, your mental health is the most important thing. Like, whatever you're going through, trust you me. Right now, honestly, if it was just my own strength, I was just living the way people live, I would be gone. Talk. That is, for me, that is it. And that has helped me. And the other thing is, you can, if you don't have, like, I have a very good family support. My parents are still alive. I thank God for that. I have my siblings. I have good friends. If you do not have such kind of support, just look for a therapist. If you don't have that, look for a therapist. Talk. If you feel like this is the end of the road, talk. Ending your life or just living in that depressive state, swallowing, I'm not saying taking, there's a place that goes for medication, but sometimes just talking and praying. But talking, it really helps. That's what has really worked out for our life.
This comes at a very crucial moment because just last month, you know very well that we lost one of my very close friends, that is Beatrice, only to realize that she was introduced to Margaret by her friend Washo Dirango, yeah? And when I have been thinking about Beatrice Wamboy and our last conversation and our last communication and the picking up the broken pieces, I thought that talking or rather sharing is important. But sometimes you find that we are not able to share because we shy away or we think that somebody else will go and speak about our weaknesses with other community members. But Margaret has mentioned something very important. If you don't trust your family or if you don't trust your friends, then look for a therapist.
Yeah.
I think that was powerful. That was important. So what's your message to men who are strong enough and they would want to cultivate whatever he cultivated, because at this time that he is not able to do much, maybe he's harvesting whatever he cultivated when he was strong? That's
what I tell people. Like, I had to be very intentional with my relationship with the money, our 11-year-old child, because those who knew him in Kenya, I mean, people used to joke, like when he was small, I went back to work when he was small, you know how Kenya works. And he would carry him and go in a bus. We didn't have a car, in a bus to go to town. And people would ask him, "Hiya, umeachwa?" Like, your wife has left you, and he would laugh it off and say, "No, my wife is there, she's working." And men would look at him and think, "Are you crazy? Why would you carry a newborn?" That time is like 8 months, and he's alone with the child. And those years, those are his Amane's formative years, and that is what this man is right now. It was intentional. For him, it was intentional parenting. If you don't, one of the things, we went for a parenting class, and they're told after 6-7 years, I mean, if you don't have that deep relationship with your child, that is the formative. That is when you form your child. That's when you create the kind of a human being you want to bring to society. And that's what he did. He was very intentional in his parenting. He went with the money everywhere. If you talk to a money, he talks like a grown-up, because that is how that's what he learned when he was small. He would go with him to Kibera. That's where he used to work in the missions. He would go to him for even camp. They'll have this ropes camp in Kenya when kids are graduating from primary school. He would go for him for that camping the whole night.
Awesome.
I know, and those are the things that has made this child the way he is. Like, when his father got sick, he's still recovering from that. He's still going through recovery, and for him, I don't think he's ever reconciled in his mind, because his father was this big human being that he knew. And I thank God for those years they had. And that's the kind of relationship they have now. I mean, they can sit down and talk for hours. Just the two of them. They have their own life. That's what I always say. They have their own life, the two of them. And I leave them to that. And I'm grateful they had created that, because for me, I was like a third wheel. I had to intentionally get into their relationship. But I mean, I never took it in a bad way. It was amazing, because, it's hard these days to get men who are intentional with their kids. Most men just leave, especially Kenyan, like where we come culturally, mtoto ni wa mama. So, but for him, since the man was a newborn at 6, I left him when he was 7 months with him, and he literally brought out kid up by himself.
Awesome.
I know. So, and that's what, be intentional. Parenting is not a fix it, and it's not that they say it's not a one size fits all. It's every child has their own. Like now we have a 3-year-old, and she's totally different from Amani, and you have to be intentional with, like, even her, she looks for, where's daddy, and she, and like, I still have that last week before he got the stroke. I still have those pictures, the one they took with him. He took her swimming at 6 months. Those are the last videos for that week, that same week before he got the stroke on Friday. He used to take her swimming at 6 months, and people would think he's crazy. That's who he was. He was an intentional parent.
So, mtoto sio wa mama peke yake. Because Jeff here is harvesting whatever he planted. His left hand cannot lift anything. His left leg requires support. And the ones who support him are these people whom he planted something in their lives during his strong years. We never know about tomorrow. Tomorrow is not certain. And since it is not certain, do whatever you have to do now. And remember, don't make it difficult for people who are supposed to be planting a seed in your life. Create a situation and an environment where people can plant a seed in your life, so that during the harvesting time, it will be beautiful. Suzanne, asante sana, from Arizona. Thank you very much. Sarah Wawero from Washington State, Seattle. By the way, how is the situation down there? We know there's something going on. They are speaking of this virus over there. I hope that everything is safe. Let us play safe. Let us pray also to God so that we can be safe too. Now, as we wind up this, some message that you want to pass to these people who are listening and to others who will listen, and then Mom will say a word too.
Yeah, I would like to say something I didn't mention, that there is a God in heaven. I didn't mention that when my mother told my other sisters that when you grow up, look for your brother, they actually put an advertisement in the newspaper in the Daily Nation, and I saw that advertisement. That's how I met my siblings.
Say that again.
I mentioned that my biological mother told my sisters that you have a brother called Geoffrey. When you grow up, look for him. When they grew up, they put a newspaper advertisement in the Daily Nation, and I saw that advertisement, and I met them. That was my miracle number one.
There's something that you mentioned about her while she was not here. You had mentioned that she's the best thing that you ever met. I want you to repeat that now that you're just the two of you.
Yeah, I'll just say that she's a very strong lady. God has given Wanjiru she's Margaret Njeru. God has given her like the Bishop Margaret Njeru. God has given her strength. She's a very strong lady. But when I met her, we used to joke around that she was short, I was tall. Now she's always tall. She's tall inside, I'm the short one. God has given her strength. She's the strongest person that you ever met.
If you are to speak to fathers, what would you tell them?
I would say that men, especially fathers, the culture is redefining what it means to be a man. But the Bible is what teaches us what a real man is. So let the Bible tell you what a man is, and be what the Bible says. And the most important thing is love your wife. Love your wife, and also be there for your kids. You know, kids, there's a debate, do they need quality time or quantity? If you ask kids, they'll say we need both, quality and quantity. But I think the same goes for a spouse or your wife also. So men, be there for your children. Be the head of the family. Lead the family to God, because these things of the world, we will leave them here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Margaret Njeru, they are watching and they are listening. What would you tell the ladies out there, the nurses out there? Just come closer.
What do I say? It's this journey. It's not something. It's not a script that you can explain to somebody what to expect. It's a day-to-day thing. One thing I learned to live is, I used to be to plan. I could plan what you're going to eat. These days I have learned to live one day at a time. Today, God provides for today. He says His grace is sufficient for the day. So that's how I live. I have enough. You pay the bills for today. You have a place to sleep. The landlord has not knocked on my door. My lights are on. I have water running. I have food in the fridge for my kids. That's enough. Don't go borrowing trouble. You know, we're so obsessed with, like these days, everybody, hey, Mununu upload Kenya. No. Just live your life. Live your simple life. Don't, I'm obsessed with what people think about me. I am one of those people. I have learned to, I used to be so obsessed with what people are thinking about me, looking at how other people are living. No. Just live your simple life. Live a simple life. Plan for you. The only thing, like, our plan is for my kids, what they are going to eat, what they are going to feed, what they are, such things. Just live my goal is just a simple life, and when you're in the deep end, you literally learn to live one day at a time.
Wow, what a story. What a wonderful family. Mama and Baba Amani, and what's the name of? Tefila. Yes, this wonderful couple lives in Conroe, Texas. Naomi says that she would want to visit this family, and that is important. So
welcome. Once
again, let's share our numbers so that they can be able, somebody would be able to communicate with you. If you have Cash App, these people would want, you know, whatever, you know, Cash App, any message of encouragement, you know, bring it on. Bring it on. Yeah, bring it on. It is important. You know, the Cash App, or even, you know, they have a house to live in, the house to pay, and that is not working now. He's here expecting to have a therapist who is, you know, taking care and, you know, taking him for therapy and being together with him in the house. Mom has to go and work. Mama Amani has to go and work so that she can be able to take care of the other bills, the other children, and also to pay the rent, to pay electricity, to pay the, you know, the vehicle that they have to use, you know, all those things. And let me tell you, it's not easy. It's not easy. So wherever you are, thank you very much for listening, and maybe final comments and final contacts.
Yeah, final comment I'll say is this, that life is a gift, and that's my first prayer every morning. Life is a gift. Don't take life for granted. When you wake up every day, tell God thank you. Do you know that day when I got the stroke, I had like 6 appointments to go to, but none took place, and life moved on. Life didn't wait for you. People still go with their life. So don't take life for granted. Every day, thank God for every day and live it to the maximum for God.
Awesome. Your telephone number once again.
Mine is 701
701
319 9360.
Repeat again.
701 319 9360.
Awesome, awesome. Yes.
Yeah, and thank you for everyone for taking out your time to go to listen to us. And as he says, God is faithful. God is faithful. He has seen us through this far. And my phone number is 701 729 2672. And just for clarification purposes, I'm the only one who has Cash App and Zelle. He doesn't have that right now.
Awesome. So from myself, this is Captain Njeru, and this is the Trumpet of Hope. I thank you very much for tuning in. I would wish to say thank you very much to all the people who have, said something. The comments, they are wonderful. By the way, I have a request. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is the Trumpet of Hope YouTube channel. And once you subscribe, it will be good. By yesterday, we had tried. This is new. So this is a new YouTube channel, and we would want to make sure that all our programs are running, 24/7. The Trumpet of Hope. A situation has come whereby people have a lot to share. People have a lot to share. A lot has been shared out there, but still we have problems. We still have challenges, and that is why the Trumpet of Hope is there. We are going to do everything possible to help our society, to help our communities, and I know that there is a sweet story out there. There is a sweet story out there. A story like this one of Jeff, who just woke up one day in 2017, went on with his errands, only to get a massive stroke. And from then to this day, he has not been able to work. He has not been able to do what a man is supposed to do or is entitled to do in his house or in his home. We thank God because of his wife, Margaret Njeru, and his children who have done everything possible to make sure that he is comfortable and he is well fed. But as they requested, this family requires our prayers and also ideas on how they can get therapy and how they can get financial assistance as they continue with their life here. So your prayers are important. Your visit is important. Get their numbers, get their address, visit them. Their door is open for you. Visit them. Share whatever you have or whatever you can with them. A message, a text message. He is waiting to read those text messages. Thank you very much. Download our app. Download our app. The Android app is ready. That is Captain RTV. It is ready. Download that. The other app that will be ready is the Apple. It will be ready maybe in the next 1 week. The engineers are working on it. And once it is ready, I'll definitely tell you. Thank you very much. God bless you so much. I wish you the best as we wind up this broadcast. And this is the Jeff that we were talking to. He is there. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. A wonderful and a beautiful smile. A wonderful and a beautiful smile. Would you tell them bye?
Bye. And please pray for me, because I hope to give back to other stroke survivors and people living with disabilities. Thank you, and God bless you. God bless Kenya. God bless America.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you.
Share with this with your friends.